today's episode, I'll be looking at another of the British invasion groups from the mid-1960s. Although unlike many of the beat groups whose chart success rapidly dwindled after the psychedelic period, this particular band effortlessly matured from angry mods into one of the most critically acclaimed and universally popular acts of the late 1960s and produced some of the greatest rock albums of the early 1970s, and indeed maintained a huge following and a credible artistic output into the 1980s, in a fast-changing world of popular music which saw them quietly revered by the likes of punks and the New Wave movement, whose influence was seen in the mod revival of the late 1970s, the 1980s hard rock scene, and the music of the Britpop era of the 1990s. I'm of course talking about The Who, one of the most influential rock bands of all time, Rock and Roll Hall of Famers, lifetime Grammy achievers, who in the minds of many are the world's greatest rock band. Their classic lineup comprised principal songwriter Pete Townshend on guitars and vocals, Roger Daltrey on lead vocals and harmonica, the second songwriter John Entwistle on bass guitar and backing vocals, and Keith Moon on drums, percussion and backing vocals. Their debut studio album, My Generation, epitomised the band's maximum R&B period and features covers of rhythm and blues songs by James Brown and Bo Diddley alongside original compositions from Pete Townshend. It was produced by Shel Talmy, seen here in the centre of the photograph, and was released in the UK on Brunswick Records on the 3rd of December 1965. The American version appeared on Decca Records 5 months later under a slightly different title with an altered track listing. The UK album reached number 4 in the NME album charts and included several songs taken as singles, such as the number 2 single My Generation, the UK Top 40 release A Legal Matter, the Kids Are Alright issued as a single in both Britain and America, and La 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 Lies, the final 7-inch single taken from the LP. In addition to the regular lineup, the My Generation LP features lead guitar from Jimmy Page on the track Bald Headed Woman, the Rolling Stones' occasional pianist Nicky Hopkins on piano. Also playing piano on I Can't Explain is Perry Ford of the Ivy League, and the Ivy League trio contribute backing vocals on 2 tracks. The album is in mono only under the Brunswick catalogue number LAT8616. The record label is matte black with text printed in silver. The rim text includes an all rights reserved notice, and at the 12 o'clock position the statement original recording and licensed by Decca Records Incorporated, New York, USA. The record is pressed by Decca, Brunswick being a subsidiary label of Decca Records, and the familiar Decca pressing ring can be seen about 15mm in from the edge of the label. I've found 2 subtly differing text designs on the label, shown here. On the left, the track listing shows a pronounced spacing between the song titles, which is not present on the version shown on the right. The British MT tax code can be seen at the 3 o'clock position. The inner sleeve is a standard Decca die-cut paper sleeve printed with handling and playing instructions in purple or grey inks. The inner sleeve has a polythene liner. The LP cover is a non-flip-back front laminated type with a clarifoil finish by British Celanese. It is printed and manufactured in England by Robert Stace. The LP was briefly reissued by Virgin Records in 1979 at the height of the British mod revival, making this original and classic mod record available to fans of the Jam, the Chords, the Lambrettas and other leading bands of the subculture. The Virgin reissue was packaged with the same cover photograph and rear sleeve layout, although it is clearly marked with the Virgin Company logo and a new catalogue number V2179. The sleeve photographer is also credited. The record label is an homage to the Brunswick original and features the same type design, a similar layout and the same 33 1/3 roundel at the 12 o'clock position. The Virgin pressing was deleted after only a year and is now surprisingly elusive. Due to its iconic status, values of this LP are pretty strong, The original pressing is listed at £600 in the current rare record price guide, with mint copies of the Virgin reissue rated at £15. Original American Decca pressings under the catalogue number DL4664 are valued at $200 in the 10th edition of the Goldmine price guide, and repressings, which are under the catalogue number DL74664, are listed at $80. And that brings to an end my rundown of The Who's debut LP My Generation on Brunswick Records UK or Decca Records in the US. That's your lot for this episode from the Rare Record Room. I hope you enjoyed the content. If you did like the video, please make sure you subscribe to the channel to see more and to receive notifications for any new uploads. Thanks for watching. See you next time.